Puppies and the Big Bad Rabbit by Cheyanne2.wmv. Once upon a time, there lived 3 little puppies. One day, their mom and dad said, "It is time for you brave but teeny tiny puppies to go off and build your own houses, but watch out for the big bad rabbit." The first little cuddly puppy saw a chipmunk selling cardboard. The puppy went over to the chipmunk and said, "May I buy some nice cardboard?" "Yes, you may." "That will be $2, said the chipmunk. So the first little puppy bought some cardboard and went off to build his house. It was not a strong and sturdy house, but it would have to do. The second cuddly little puppy saw an inchworm selling pumpkins. He thought the pumpkins would be good to build a house with. So the second little puppy went over to the inchworm and said, "That looks good for building a house." The puppy bought the pumpkins for $3. Then he went off to build his pumpkin house. The third littlest puppy was very smart. He knew he had to build a strong house because he remembered that his mom and dad had said to watch out for the big bad rabbit. The third little puppy saw a frog selling wood. So the little puppy went to the sweet frog and said, "I think I'd like to buy some wood." So he did and went off to build his strong house. Meanwhile, it was starting to get dark. The big bad rabbit was in the bushes where he lived. When he came out, he saw the first little puppy and his cardboard house right where he lived. The only reason the rabbit came out was because he was really hungry, and so he thought a puppy stew would be good to eat. So he snuck over to the first little puppy's house and said, little puppy, let me come in, not by the fluff on my taily tail. Then I will huff and I will puff and I will blow your house down." And he did, but luckily the first little puppy ran to the second little puppy's house. The first little puppy made it to his second brother's house. He thought his brother's house was weird looking because it was made out of pumpkins, and of course that would be easy to smash. But before the first puppy could knock on the door, his brother saw the big bad rabbit right behind him and pulled the first little puppy in. Then they hid behind his bed. The rabbit got closer to the door and knocked on the door. Little puppies, let me come in," said the rabbit in a grouchy voice. "Not by the fluff on our taily tail." That made the rabbit furious, so he lifted his foot and smashed the pumpkin house down. But the 2 puppies got away through the forest. When the 2 little puppies got to their little brother's house, they couldn't believe their eyes. His house was better than theirs. Their little brother looked out the window and let his brothers in. He could tell that his brothers were jealous of how he built his house. They looked really mad, so he gave a cup of water to calm them down. His brother told him about the big bad rabbit, and they had to hide. But before they could hide, they heard a knock knock. "Ooh!" Somebody's here, said the third little puppy, but his brothers tried to warn him not to open the door. So he looked out the window and saw the big bad rabbit standing right there. He turned around and grabbed his brothers and hid. The rabbit knocked again and started and shouted, little puppies, let me come in. Not by the fluff on our tails, replied the puppies. And the rabbit got so mad he went to go get a hammer. When he came back, he tried to take the nails out of the wood. One nail came out but flew back and poked the rabbit in the eye. The rabbit hopped away crying and never came back ever again. So the three little puppies lived happily ever after.